Everybody. Oh, the camera looks as though it's pointing upwards. I hope you've got me in frame. Just a quick video really. The family are out at the minute and the Windermen didn't turn up again. I should explain that they're fitting me in between everybody else, so it's not that they're not wanting to do it, it's just the way it's working out. I went shopping today, just nothing exciting, just boring food shopping, but they did have another copy of Crochet Now. This one is, oh, I don't know what number it is. Usually they say, you know, what number it is. It probably does somewhere, it's maybe in tiny writing that I can't quite read. And I still think it's pointing upwards, this camera, so just let me calm down. Sorry if you're getting a close-up of my face. Not the prettiest of sights. Anyway, what came with it this time was Chunky Crochet, a little free booklet. And in it is, there's just a few things in it. That's a giant cowl. Looks like bobble stitch. Enormously chunky yarn. Showcases this ball stitch, whatever that is. Ball stitch. I really should wear glasses. I don't wear glasses for walking about. Don't wear glasses for watching TV or anything like that. But if I'm reading little print, then I do need my glasses. Excuse me. That's called the Big Blanket. Pineapple bath mat. And the Handy Candy striped basket. That's what came. And just in case I didn't have the hooks, they sent me these chunky bamboo hooks. So these are quite nice actually because they've got a thumb rest in them, which a lot of bamboo needles are just straight. Right, the book says it's got 35 must-have designs. I've just ordered that pattern. It should be on its way to me. It's from Stylecraft. I have this compulsion to own every crochet pattern in the world that I like. That one's got a hat. That's inside. I've seen that one. And I think that's just an advert. I think. Don't remember seeing those. This again is just saying, let's see what's new. Yes, it's just introducing paint box yarns, whatever they are. Very, very thick yarn. Not so imaginary friends, I presume that's, you know, a book or some design. A book. Make it modern, that. Some new season blanket for Debbie Bliss. I think you have to buy that one as well. What are the really nicest patterns are just like adverts that you've got to buy. Those are latest patterns by Serda, again, that you would have to buy. I can buy all sorts of things and then I realise that most of the things I really, really like are just adverts. This is a wool shop in Longridge in Lancashire. I'm in Lancashire, but Lancashire's a big place. Showing up like a wool shop. So just because it's in Lancashire doesn't mean I can get to it. This one I quite like. It's the Squash Blossom Poncho, but it's got sleeves. Now that would be so handy, especially when I'm on my scooter. Things tend to flap about behind me, fly off, things like that. This one's called Forager's Basket Blanket. This one again is just talking about things that are in a book. Not sure what the book's called. Oh, it's Edward's Imaginarium, not imagination, Imaginarium. It's Kenny Lord's super, oh, I beg your pardon, Kerry, not Kenny. Curry Lord Super Creative Pattern Flip Book. Edward's Imaginarium. So that's where they come from, the toys. That's the hat, it's called the Auburn Beanie. It's in double knitting for those of us in the UK. Now you have got some patterns here. They're called the Cuddle Bugs. So you have got some of my Amigurumis. One for Lisa there, you had a ladybug. A ladybug. You can hear any snoring, by the way, in the background. It is Sky. She's having an afternoon snooze. And that's telling you how to plot your own graph again. Now I haven't even done the corner to corner, so I've got no chance of plotting my own graph again. That one's a toadstool scarf. Oh, and walking the woodlands blanket with a hedgehog on it. That's done in the corner to corner. Probably. With mega mushrooms. Now this is an article, I haven't read it yet, about the two Emmas, better known as Potter and Bloom and Steal and Stitch. It's just an article about them that I've got to read yet. I'm about 3 or 4 books behind, magazines behind actually, with reading the articles. Something that you do, you know, if you're in a waiting room somewhere and you haven't got time to do your crochet, but you've got time to read something. Geometric pencil case. You know, I'm the sadder in the corner reading the craft book. A hedgehog hat. So I thought somebody pulled them up outside, but they aren't. Little Rosebud's baby top. This guy's got her ears pricked up, but there's nothing happening. Then we've got Jane Crowfoot. Put your teeth in, Janet. Jane Crowfoot's Mystery Blanket Crochet Along. I mean, I don't usually like crochet alongs, but at least they give you a clue that it's going to be a blanket, don't they? And they do give you little bits and pieces and a glimpse of an edging, so that does look rather interesting. So at least you know vaguely what you're making. This one's called a Breton bone top. It's like a cap sleeved design. That's the Blackberry rucksack. And now this reminds me of Lisa Piney Notes. She's doing some autumn and Christmas crochet along. I'm very bad at crochet alongs. I either want to gallop through it all and do it all in one go. You know. This is another one for the book club. It's called Cute Crocheted Animals. But I think they give you the fox pattern inside here. But you have to, for the rest you have to buy the book. They're giving you a taster out of it. Yeah, the foxes here. Foxy friends, Evie and Ben. Not sure what the difference is between Evie and Ben. Oh, Evie's got a cardigan and a skirt on. And Ben's got a little blue and white striped top and a hat. I quite like those fitty knits. Very close together, aren't they? And very nice. Usually crochet fingerless mittens, some of them are done so open work, so holey that you can, when you're trying to put them on, you're putting your fingers through holes. You can't imagine that they're very warm. That's a loopy charm cushion. Nice big wooden buttons on it. Oh, this is the mandala swap they were talking about in the last magazine I saw. That's the mandala. I think they've got in this one here. Indian Summer Mandala. I think that is so gorgeous, but I know my great niece wouldn't wear it. It looks like a cardigan, but it's actually a cape, but they very cleverly sort of put buttons underneath the arm so that you can button it through to give it the illusion of being a cardigan. I absolutely adore that. I don't know if it's the colours that I'm drawn to, but now this is one that I know quite a few people will love. It's a fluffy hedgehog. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love amigurumis, but I just don't like doing them. They just give me the heebie-jeebies. Little shoulder cape. Looks quite fine, that. Oh, it's done in lace weight, that's why it looks fine. Lace weight, but it's on 350 hooks, so I suppose it's doable. It is very pretty though. And there's another article there about how to read a pattern. I could do with an article on how to read Japanese symbols. Sue has tried many times. Talking about Sue, she said she might be able to come on Monday. She had her injection, I think it was Wednesday. And she's feeling pretty ropey. It's really hurt her again this time. I'm pretty lucky if I ever get an injection. You know, they don't seem to worry me, but they really knock Sue for six. But she may be having a different kind of injection, I don't know. And then that's a little cutie. Look at that little penguin. Isn't that cute? Oops. Can't turn the last page. That's because there isn't one. And I think I showed you that before. That's just an advert for Darren Moore's. I have had word that I'm going to get a little surprise parcel from Ice, and it's been sent to me. It's on account of that, you know, the one the yarn I was disappointed with. Very unusual for me to be disappointed with anything from Ice, very unusual. But it was, they were not very nice colours, the white and the cream, and I just thought they might as well know about it, because if that was somebody's first order, they wouldn't want to order again, would they? But I've ordered some antibacterial yarn, which is coming. That's my order that I've put in personally. But there's also supposed to be a little surprise gift coming from Ice to me. Oh, I like prezzies. So nice, isn't it? Anyway, I've actually finished my last, for the moment, virus shawl. Having said that, I've ordered 3 different colours of balls of wool to make more, but that'll be later. I'm just thinking they may make nice little Christmas gifts. This one hasn't been blocked, so you can see it's not as big as the others have been. It's going to go out on the line, but I thought just before I show it, I'll put it, block it, I'd show it to you. These are already on my Etsy page, blatant plug, my Etsy shop, my Gypsy Crochet, in case you didn't know. That's gone on, that's the green and brown one. This one I love, but I am selling it. I'm tempted to keep it because, you know, it's my colours. And this one's got a little bit of sparkle in it, as did the first one I showed you. The green and brown one doesn't have sparkle in it. And this one was the first one I made, which I think is gorgeous. This one has little gold sparkle in it. This one is the biggest of them all for some reason or other. I think it did another set of patterns. I can make them bigger, but I'd have to get more yarn. And since this yarn wasn't the cheapest of yarns, you know, that would put the price up. This has gone on to sell as well. I do love these jackets. They don't look anything when I'm hanging them up. Just pull it, model it, but it's not matching what I'm wearing. These jackets with the like roll collars. This one's gone on, and there's another. I think there's another one on as well. Sold one of them. Yeah, I think there's another one on that's like the blue and That's the way you wear it, or you can wear it folded over, you know, if you wanted to. There's another one in like blues and purples. I think there's another one on there. This is a gorgeous cardigan. It's beautifully, beautifully soft yarn. It's a Peyton's denim, it's called, that I used. It's beautiful, beautiful yarn. Absolutely gorgeous. Hard to part with that. Hard to part with. It's so soft. Beautiful soft. And a pink one. This is done in cotton on, which is a mixture of cotton and acrylic. These are, the last two I've shown you are slightly bigger ones. They're not as big as the last one I'm going to show you. They're about a 50 chest, I think, 50 bust, yeah. But there. The blue one, this one's done with sewn in sleeves. The blue one is done top down off a Doris Chan pattern. And the last one is the largest one of all. I think I overextended myself. People have been asking me to make bigger sizes. Anyway, I did make a bigger size, but this one's turned out to be a 62-inch bust. So if you know anybody who wants a nice big cardigan, that's the one. I mean, my friend Jackie was admiring it, but she's only about a size 14, 16, so it would absolutely drown her. So I said to her, no, it's not really for you. It's not that I don't want to sell it, you know, it's just that I don't want to sell it, and she looks like it wraps around her 3 times, you know. But it has turned out really, really beautiful. And it's a lovely firm. It's crocheted up so firm. So, I mean, I've had to put a bit extra postage on this one, because, and extra money on the price of it, because it's so heavy, it's going to cost a lot to post. I mean, I was in the post office today and I was only posted off a, you know, the pink, black and white waistcoat, and it weighs practically nothing. It's so lightweight, and yet it cost me £14 to send it. I think I only charged a £12 postage too, but swings and roundabouts, isn't it? You can't have it all. But you know, you're so afraid of putting on the true price of the postage, because it's so dear for me to post anything to the States. So something like that would probably cost me about £20 or more to post it. It's so heavy. I mean, I don't think I've put that on the postage, but I really should, because, you know, I'm going to be sat out of pocket for postage charges if I carry on the way I am carrying on. And I'm going to remember to try to remember, you know, brain of a flea, to charge the camera up, because Sue did say she would try to make it on Monday. Although I'm not, you know, not sort of holding my breath about that, because if she's not feeling well, then she's not feeling well. And we don't live that close, so she's got quite a little way to drive, and if her back's not, you know, giving her some trouble, you know, I don't blame her if she doesn't want to come. It's not that she doesn't want to come, but she doesn't want to face the drive, you know. And I, of course, have no transport, so I can't go to visit her. So, just one of them things, isn't it? You have to live within your means. Living with in my oh, I tell you, I've not got any teeth today. Living within my means does not include having a car. So, oh yes, I could have borrowed the money, couldn't I, and bought myself a car, but then the windows would have still dropped out. Oh, good news about the decking, did I tell you? That I've had my quote for the decking, and it is within my means, so I'm definitely getting the decking, although I can't say when. Because again, it's a friend of our Ian's who's doing me a big, big favour by doing this decking. So I have to, you know, rely on him when he's got time to do it. But that also means I might still have enough money to do a show walking shower, which is why I should not be ordering from Ice Yarns, but I did. But got to sneak that bit in, haven't I? Oh dear. Still no news really about my son and daughter-in-law moving out yet. It's still not coming through for some reason. There's always some reason in the UK when you're buying a house. It just takes forever. You feel like saying, oh, pull your finger out and get a move on, because they do. They mess you about. I don't know whether it's so they can put their fees up, but the expenses of buying a house over here are really solicitors' fees, you've got this fees, you've got that fees, you've got your land registry fees, you've got fees for doing a survey, you know, to make sure that the house is worth the money, there's no structural defects, things like that. It's all pay. And of course, even the house that they've sold, they had to pay. All these fees for that before they could sell it, you know. It's just been a nightmare. Still, it's nearly Christmas. Well, it's nearly Christmas if you're a crafter. You know, I'm hoping to make some more of these shawls, even though I'm getting a bit fed up with the pattern at the minute. So, but I know I won't. Never say never, you know. I've got some other nice patterns as well for shawls, you know, that have been on the back burner for quite some time. But the yarn I've ordered is like just one ball will make the virus shawl, so I think those 3 balls I've ordered, which have got a bit of lurex in, I think that they may be sellers for Christmas. Well, I hope they're sellers for Christmas. If not, my family will be getting virus shawls for Christmas. So if you don't want my family to be having to have, you know, virus shawls for Christmas, you know where to come to buy one from. That's all I'm saying, yeah. I'm still a bit bothered about the shoulder. I really do not want to be out of action for, well, even 4 weeks I don't want to be out of action for. But when they're telling me it could be 9 months before I'm back to normal again, I thought, crochet is my therapy. And unfortunately, I do suffer from the SAD, you know, the SAD syndrome. I start, not now, but a bit, maybe a couple of months along the line, round about my birthday I usually start with depression. I don't know, it's the weather's dark, I'm stuck in the house. It's like a combination of all sorts of things. It's anniversaries of people's deaths, you know. And I just feel, October especially, like, you know, there's like quite a few deaths in my immediate family that were in October, so there's like anniversaries. This October will be the first anniversary of my brother's death, and the dog, and my poor Buster. I know I shouldn't class my poor Buster in the same breath as my brother, but... And my late father, he also died in October. Although it was a long time ago, I still have, you know, he still upsets me. We're always a daddy's girl, aren't we? No matter how old we grow, we're always a daddy's girl. He was born in, I think, 1912, I think he was born. So if he was still alive, it would be a good age, wouldn't he? Yeah. Can't remember when Mum died. It was just after our Mother's Day that Mum died. So we have our Mother's Day about March and April. But I don't get depressed as much with my mum because it's in the summer months, you know, it's lighter, brighter. I'm starting to... And the unfortunate thing is, this is why I have such a large stash. I was starting up the business, as you know. I mean, the business is doing a little bit, but it's not going magnificently, but it's, you know, holding its own a little bit. But I unfortunately decided to start the business when it was round about my SAD syndrome time of year. So I just bought so much yarn. Oh, that's a bargain, I'm bound to sell that. That's a bargain, I'll buy that. Which is why I've got the stash from hell at the moment. It isn't my personal stash. It's stash that I earmarked and bought specifically. That will be a seller. That will be great in this, that will be great in that. My personal stash actually is quite within reason. So anyway, now that I've cleared the debt of my credit card, which was hanging over me because I'd got all sorts of things on it, like the recliner chair, and I think I'd only just about paid for the scooter that I owned before the one I've got now. And oh, there was lots of things that went on it. There was a washing machine went on it, and there was a fridge freezer went on it. You know, as fast as I was paying off one thing, something else was going on it, you know. And I thought, right, enough, time to stop. It's all paid off now, all paid off. So now I am supposed to be trying to order 4 orders. But no, what does Janet do? She decides she's going to look on ice. Oh, they're pretty colours. You know what I'm like. Bright, shiny. Oh, look, oh, look. Me want, me want. No, you don't want it. So I tried to have an argument with myself. But it didn't work with the eyeshadow. It didn't work at all. And it's not something that I desperately want. It's not something that I desperately need. It's not something that I desperately think people will, whoa, want to buy. So why did I order it? All I can put it down to is, like you say, a bit of stress, a bit of depression. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're getting on really well as a family with the dogs and everything. There's no arguments, there's no fuss, there's no nothing. But it still is people in the house, you know, that I'm not used to. And the feeling that the house isn't mine anymore at the moment, yeah. It'll pass, and I will really miss everybody when they finally do go. And I will especially miss my doggies. Sky's sleeping at my feet here. Poppy, I don't know where she is. I think she's slung a hook and gone in the other room. But getting up in the morning and walking downstairs and having 2 lovely little faces, so eager to see you, you know, and they want to be cuddled and they want a little pat, that I will miss. Because as you know, my little Gigi's only a daycare, so I don't have him at the weekends. So yeah, weekends I think I'll miss everybody. My poor son's on crutches at the moment. He's torn a muscle in his calf. Doesn't quite know how he did it, but he did it. He started up Friday morning. Got out of bed with it. So he's not very happy at the moment. He's on painkillers and crutches. So, oh, life. Isn't it wonderful? Now we've got a helicopter going over, we can hear it. Oh, just noticed across the road's aerial's got a massive big nest sat on it. Don't know what the TV reception's like with a big bird's nest stuck on it. Maybe that's what's wrong with my aerial. Anyway, as I said, the window men, I finished the windows. It's just the fascia boards at the top and the guttering that's got to go now. Just the last minute twitty bits, yeah. And I've got a new doorbell. I think I told you I've got my new plaque for the door that's got the number on it. And I've even got new numbers for my dustbins. Whee! Oh, I'm going to be so posh. It's going to be a penny to look at me. Oh dear, still, never mind. So I'm going to debate now, as Dina would say, what's on your hooks, needles, and pins. She says, I don't know. Hooks, needles and looms, yeah. At the moment there's nothing on anything. Except the white crocheting that I started, and I'm not happy. It's just like too holy. I mean, Ephraim said that I should carry on with it, but I think he's just a bit droopy. I don't like my crochet to be too sort of solid, you know. But that one just feels like, ugh, as though somebody's took all the life out of it. It's a fine cotton, and I think it needs a smaller hook, to be honest with you, and a less open work pattern. So I'm going to upload this video, and then I'm going to go and take these garments upstairs and put them into a bag, because I keep everything covered up normally because of, you know, dogs, dust in the house, everything you want to name. I keep everything covered up when it's not, not being used or not being whatever. It's all covered over, zipped in a bag. So, and I'm going to, while I'm up there, I'm going to think about what I'm going to start next. My hook is naked, as Dina would say. when she said her loom is naked. Yeah, well, my hook is naked, which is not a good situation for me. I spend more time thinking. I'm always glad when I've got something in mind to do. When my mind goes roaming on its own, you know, it shouldn't be let out on its own, really, my mind. You know, it should be under constant supervision, yeah. It's, I've got quite a few things of the last two magazines that I bought that have inspired me. You know, and I'm thinking, one was that purple top, you know, that Sue was showing in the last joint video we made together. Really like that. I'm torn between, shall I make something for myself, which I would like to do, or should I carry on making something for Etsy? Or then again, should I be starting things for Christmas, you know, for my family? But since I haven't asked them what they want yet, I mean, don't get me wrong, my family are always very grateful when I make them anything crochet. You know, they don't suffer it under duress, you know, oh God, you know, Auntie's knitting me something again. My two nieces do like having something. They look forward to it, you know. They're not just being polite, they do, because they actually do wear them, yeah. But my poor sister-in-law, she's so elegant. She's really elegant. She, you know, has this beautiful silver hair and she dresses so elegantly. She buys really, really good items. But having said that, you know, she rotates them, you know, and she's not got a tremendous amount of clothes like I do. I'm cheap and cheerful, I'll admit it, hold my hand up. Cheap, cheerful. When I get fed up with it, throw it away. But my sister-in-law has the most fantastic classic wardrobe. She has beautiful taste. She won't just buy something because it catches her eye like me. Oh, shiny, sparkly, you know, ooh, love it, love it. Then when I wear it, I think, no, I don't like this. It's like this, I don't know why. It just doesn't appeal to me like it did when I bought it. You know, I don't know if it's the style of it or what it is, but I do wear it. But I must confess, it's very cold, actually. Today's nice and bright and trying to be sunny. But it's one of those days where you want to put a cardigan on, you know, but you feel as though you shouldn't because it's not that kind of weather yet, you know. But I'm just cold-blooded. I really am cold-blooded. If I touch myself with my own hands, you know, I'll jump. This is how bad I am, you know. You know, if you're getting undressed or you pull something down and you accidentally touch a bit of bare skin on your body, it's like, ew, warm them hands up, for goodness sake. I should have been a doctor, shouldn't I? You know, excuse me, but my hands are cold. I always get those doctors. Except the one, no, it wasn't his hands. It was a piece of medical equipment when I went for a smear test, and I think it had just come out of the autoclave. So it was kind of red hot because it was metal. I mean, they've changed it all now, they do everything differently now. But it was metal. And I did go, oh, my eyes were platted, and she goes, oh, I'm sorry, it's a bit warm. A bit warm? I think you've had it in a pan boiling water here before you put it in me. As you say, it could only happen to me. So I'm going to go because I'm just waffling now and I can't think of anything else to say. Yeah, I was going to write down some more people who I watch. I watch Sean's Crafty Corner. Hi Sean. Amy's Woolly World of Creations, I think. I didn't look that up, Amy. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. GB Maltese, that's Grace. Hi Grace. And of course the lovely Rose, Rosita. She comes under, it's CD Aquino, I think. It's Rose from the Philippines anyway. It's CEDIE AQUINO. Yeah. And I started watching a few more different ones. I've put links to a few of the newer ones on Facebook. There's a lady who lives in Cyprus and another lady who lives in Puerto Rico. And then my lovely, lovely friend Ephraim has got a new blog. Not a blog. What are you talking about, Janet? He's got a new video that he did. First video he's ever made. So you need to look him up. Again, if you're on Facebook, there's a link to his video on my Urban Gypsy Facebook page. That's where I tend to put the links to videos that have really taken my eye. You know, if I find a new one, or I find an article in one that I've watched before that I think is good, you know, is a really good, I don't know what you call them, podcast videos, or what the heck. I don't even know what I am. Am I a videoist, a podcaster? Am I a vlogger? I really don't know. But whatever I am. If I find a nice one that I watch and I think, oh, I haven't seen that before. You've probably seen them before, because I'm always late to my parties. You know, with this virus, sure, I was late to the party. And but I just put them on my Facebook, you know, my Urban Gypsy Facebook page, just in case anybody else hasn't seen them. So that's who I'm watching at the moment. There's another new one, I can't think of the name. I tell you, brain dead. So I'm going to go now, wash this shawl through, try and get it to drip dry, because I can't find my blocking, well, I can find my blocking boards, but they're in the garage, and if you saw the video of my garage, you know why I can't find anything. There's a jumper I want to start, and I know I've got the yarn in the garage, but I go, I just don't go there. It's just, no, just don't go there. Start it later when you can get into the garage. So I'm going to think of something to start, and no doubt I'll show you in the next video. Although maybe not, because in the next video, if Sue does come on Monday, I may not have anything to show you. So I'll be hoping and praying that Sue does. She did say she finished something, didn't she? I can't remember what it was now. But if she's had her injections, you know, she may not feel like doing a crochet. And she's also got a husband off work at the minute, so you know what it's like when your husband's at home under your feet. I can remember it vividly, even though it's a long time since I was married. He was on strike for 6 weeks and we nearly got divorced there and then. Oh dear, they just handicap you, don't they? You know, they don't let you do things your way. It's like, well, why don't you do it this way? I can't see the logic of doing it that way. Why don't you? And you're like, oh, why don't you just go back to work? And I've gone, go out for some, go for a walk, go anywhere, just go. Oh, I think those 6 weeks when he was on strike did it for me. Either made us a break, breaks you or breaks you. And in my case, it broke me. No. I'm a cat that walks on its own. I really am. I love my own company. I'm very rarely lonely. There's a big difference, isn't there, between being alone and being lonely. And I've odd days I felt lonely. Very few days when I feel lonely. I must be a narcissist because I do love my own company. I don't love me, you know, I'm not like, oh wow, ain't she so gorgeous, she's so lovely. I'm not that kind of a narcissist. I just like my own company. I think I would be a hermit. If somebody would deliver me food, I would quite happily be a hermit. Oh, and of course I'd have to deliver my yarn as well. Quite happily. Sit on top of a mountain top, as long as I had internet. Because I'd miss all you lovely people if I didn't have the internet. Yeah, that would be ideal. Lovely, gorgeous place. Don't know about on top of a mountain. Maybe somewhere nice overlooking the sea, you know. But not too close. I don't want to be, you know, the waves coming in the house or anything like that. Just somewhere nice where I had a sea view would be nice. Preferably somewhere warm. I mean, as you know, I fell in love with Skiathos when I went. I absolutely adore that place. I mean, it's probably horrific in the winter time, but if I was fabulously wealthy, I would love a summer home there. I mean, Goldie Hawn, she has a summer home, and quite a few people do. You have quite a lot of famous people who either come in on their big luxury liners and things, or have summer homes there. It is a beautiful place though. Beautiful, beautiful place. Not if you're a nightlife person, although it could be a bit more lively in the summer, because we went end of season. But if you just like peace, tranquility, going to lovely beaches that you can only get to by boat, and it's so blue, unbelievably blue. And of course all the houses are whitewashed and everything. It's just such a, I don't know, it was just such a happy atmosphere. It's my, as Teresa would say, it's my happy place I go to in my mind. Whenever I feel depressed, I try to think about Skiathos and the beautiful time I had there. I would go back there in a heartbeat. Probably not now because it's like winter time. Probably not high season because then they might have the disco bars blaring music or, you know, with the, you know, young ones and blaring music. Too old for that. Too old. When I was about 20, 30, I would have loved a bit of life and a bit of nightlife and a bit of dancing and all this. The only thing I have against Skiathos though is it's very hilly. Every street seems to have an angle upwards, you know, on it. And my back is worse than it was when I went to Skiathos about 4 years back. And they used to have a place where you could hire a scooter from, but it was run by an English couple and they decided to pack up and go back to England. And so there isn't a place where you can hire a scooter from. So I would love to have loads of money and get one of those little mini scooters, you know, that folds up into like a suitcase size. That would be fabulous, wouldn't it? You know, if you go on your holidays or go away for a weekend, that'd be fabulous to have one of those, yeah. You know, when we go on our crochet weekend, trying to get some interest in that, Zoe and I. And Sue, of course, if she's not working at the time. Not sure when it will be, not sure where it will be, but, you know, watch this space, we're thinking of doing it. There's not going to be any tuition, there's not going to be anything, guest speakers, there's not going to be any, it's just like a knit and natter or a crochet and natter. Or an embroidery and natter, whatever you want to bring, you know. You know, obviously you can't bring a knitting machine or something like that. But we're all trying to organise something. It'll be in the UK though. Because everything fabulous always seems to happen in the US. Like the latest Alaskan crochet cruise with Mikey and that, you know. By the time I actually got to where I was going, it would take me about 3 plane rides. And a hell of a lot of money. So it's not just paying the cost of the cruise, which, you know, I may be able to scrabble together if I started saving up, you know, maybe it could go in a couple of years' time. It's just getting there to America. But first of all, before I do that, I need to get a passport because mine's run out. You cannot believe the amount of trouble I have had because I don't have a passport. Well, a current passport. I don't have any ID, according to anybody. Went in the bank, different places. Have you got your ID? Can't take this passport because it's out of date. It has to be something that has your photograph on. It has to be something that has your signature on. I don't have a driver's license anymore and I've no intention of renewing it because I've no intention of getting another car. So I'm going to have to renew my passport even though I'm probably not going abroad. For ID. How stupid is that? Why can't we have ID cards? Why does everybody object to having an ID card? I would love an ID card. I could go, here, this is me. This is who I am. I mean, the bank, I've been with the same bank since I was 17 years of age. I've been with this branch of my bank since I moved here in 1968. Now I know bank staff changes and there's different people in every time I go in, but you would think by now they know who I am. But obviously they don't. It's nice to be invisible and unknown, isn't it? You know, what is it? I am a name, not a number. Where's that from? I think that's from The Prisoner with Patrick. What's he called? Patrick Maguire? Patrick? Somebody will tell me anyway. It was filmed in Wales anyway, Port Merion. It's called The Prisoner. It's very old. Gosh, I'm going back years. Years. Anybody who's an old sort of movie or TV serial buff will probably tell me what I'm going on about. Who he was. Patrick? It wasn't Patrick McNee because he was in the Avengers. He was called Patrick. On that note, now my brain's whirring. I'm going to go. Brain dead. Absolutely brain dead. That's me. It's a good time to be choosing a new crochet thing to do, isn't it, when you're absolutely brain dead? I know what I'll do. I'll have a coffee. Want to join me? Shall we go and make a coffee? I'll even get the biscuits out for you. See you. Thank you all for watching. Bye now.